Hey, welcome back.
Hey,
Welcome back. It's
welcome back.
Season 1.
Welcome back.
It's episode 70.
Season 1, episode 70.
And it's the Metaphiles.
And it's the Metaphiles.
It's a podcast that talks to you.
Podcast that talks to you.
Talks about us, the wide world.
Wide world.
Talking about microwaves.
Talking about microwaves.
So let's go ahead and pop on.
Let's go ahead and pop on.
Not even close. Pop on the microwave right here.
I've lost. Yeah.
Complete with microwave sound.
Oh, that's nice. Nice and toasty.
Yeah. Now it's ready.
Felt good.
Enjoy. We cooked up a nice episode for you.
Yes, fully cooked ep.
What is your favorite microwave meal?
Getting right to it, eh?
I mean, come on.
We're not going to talk about whether or not there's a special room at the Oscars where the stars can do a pre-show boog shoot. Are we not going to take that to the mic?
We can.
I just assumed we would. No, you had no way of knowing I would assume that.
So they...
Well, let me just clarify for the folks. Once, very famously, Jay laughed on this show.
On this very podcast.
And a booger shot right out of his nose on camera. It was the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to anybody.
I wasn't that embarrassed.
He almost quit the show.
I didn't.
But for some reason, ever since then, we've been referring to that as shooting boog.
Yeah.
And so, when one has boogs or even mucus.
Even mucus.
Which mucus is like liquid boogs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think more accurate to say that boogs are solid mucus, really.
Sure. I was gonna go for like a magma versus lava thing, but they don't change consistency.
See, they do. I think.
So anyway, mucus, boogers, shooting boog. This podcast is Mad Magazine now.
Yeah.
What, me worry? So anyway, just before the show, I wanted to blow my nose so that I did not accidentally shoot boog on camera. And I called
it's such a big deal.
It was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to anybody. And so I said to Jay, I got to do my pre-show boog shoot.
Yeah.
And I asked, do you think the stars of Hollywood do a pre-show boog shoot? And you said there's a special room for them.
That's right. And then you laughed like a lot.
Yeah. And then I almost quit the show.
Right.
And I said, I will only stay on if we talk about this on mic.
And here we are.
Didn't get it all even. Yes. And we said that special boog shoot room at the Oscars. Ellen goes back there. They hand her a warmed up Kleenex. So that's that. What's my favorite microwave meal, you ask?
Let's get a sneeze on the
Okay.
beats me.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Let's get a sneeze by a person who really wants you to know they're sneezing, and I'll do this one.
Sure.
You can we'll just do
Very
the last
nice.
part. We don't need the I don't think. Not at all.
We should.
You want to have it all. Career, family, work and career you want. My favorite
Career?
microwave meal. Now, okay. It has to be a meal that it isn't not a meal until it's been in the microwave, right? We're excluding leftovers from this equation.
Oh.
Because I was going to ask you what's the thing you put in the microwave the most, and it can't be leftovers.
You're like, filet mignon with Chianti, and that's my favorite. Microwave.
Microwave Chianti.
Yes. Obviously can't be leftovers.
Yes. So, then my favorite microwave meal. But also, it doesn't have to be like a thing in a tray, right? Like, we're not talking about like a kid's cuisine, which when I was a child was the answer. Remember those?
It can be on a tray, off a tray. Let's say,
like, you don't have to have there be plastic stuff sealing it on top, right?
I think the only qualification is that it's purpose made to be cooked in the microwave.
Okay. I am glad I worked so hard to clarify, because
yeah, I guess me too.
That changes my answer. We got to get this right. This is the microwave episode. So okay, I will then
don't fuck it up.
Sausage. No, I would have to say.
Wait, hold on. Mm-hmm. Let's get that sausage clip that you just said on right here.
Sausage.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, I just want to. Sausage.
Sorry.
Stouffer's makes a mean mac and cheese.
Is that right?
Yes. And that comes on a microwave.
Zach thinks that Stouffer's makes a mean mac and cheese.
I do. I stand by this.
Uh-huh.
I stand by this 100%. And I would go straight to the boog shooting room at the Oscars and steal Ellen's speech away from her and cross it all out and write Stouffer's makes a mean mac and cheese on it, dash Zach Caffrey, and have Ellen read that at the Oscars so that the whole world can quote me on it. And she's going to have shot all her boog out so everybody will watch.
This just in, boogerless Ellen Page gives unhinged rant by local podcast host detailing macaroni and cheese dinner praise for her Oscar speech. More at 11.
I don't think it was a mad tirade. It was one sentence.
Did I say mad tirade?
You said something like mad tirade.
Unhinged.
Unhinged. Did you say tirade? No, it just unhinged. It's not unhinged.
I haven't said tirade in months, probably, at least. Maybe years.
Months.
Yeah.
I remember it was February.
Yeah.
But no, it's very hard to be unhinged in one sentence.
Ooh.
Unless the sentence was, I am unhinged. Yeah. So I guess it is.
I'm completely unhinged. He's unhinged.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I would describe myself currently unhinged.
Okay, well, let's hinge it. Let's hinge it back.
Let's get hinged.
Let's hinge it back on the hinges.
I'm going to start saying that whenever anybody's like you're like, hey, get hinged. You're like, hinge yourself.
Hinge yourself.
Get back on the hinges.
Hinge yourself, queen.
Hinge yourself, queen. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes. So, Stouffer's makes a mean mac and cheese. That is my answer if we're talking about a thing that you pop in that has a plastic stuff on it that you pull the plastic back and only then can you eat it.
Do you, maybe where you come from, do you ever put anything on it once it's out of that magic hot box?
Sprig of parsley.
No.
No. I shake out a very healthy dose of Tony Chachere's Cajun sauce. Cajun seasoning, I meant to say.
Sauce.
You know that Tony's? You on that Tony's shit, Jay?
It's the green bottle?
Yeah, it is.
Never tried it.
Oh boy,
I like Lowry's.
I've never
Seasoning
tried
salt.
Lowry's.
Well,
We gotta have to do a seasoning exchange.
seasoning episode, really.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
You bring a can/jar of Lowry's to the table. I'll bring Tony.
I'll bring the whole spice rack shit.
Don't fucking fuck you. Fuck you.
Uh-huh.
What is your answer, since you think Stouffer's doesn't make a mean mac and cheese, is what I'm getting?
Well, I haven't owned a microwave in many years. I prefer to prepare my meals
Wow.
on the stove and in the oven with my
I
no.
don't own a TV.
And how'd you know about?
I cook my television shows on the stove.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, the last thing I remember regularly getting to eat in a microwave when I had roommates and they had a microwave.
Against your wishes.
Can we get the microwave out, please? I'm going to move.
It's either me or him.
Babe.
Where's my Chianti? Rip roaring drunk on Chianti.
Get the microwave out. It was corn dogs.
Oh.
But it wasn't a corn dog, it was a breakfast sausage.
Oh, sure.
With like the pancake batter on it and blueberries and
Yeah.
pancake batter and like.
I don't like the blueberry version of that.
Oh,
But the rest of what you described is one of the things I have the most eaten out of a microwave for sure.
okay.
Yes. But that being said,
Mm-hmm.
just to save my reputation, there's going to be a lot of little garbage pail noises on this episode, everybody. Just be ready. He's worked up because he loves microwaves.
He loves them so much.
I put him in one once, and since then he can't get enough of this stuff.
Can't.
And he started speaking English.
Stouffer's.
I don't cook in the microwave hardly ever. That's why it was hard for me to come up with the answer.
Okay.
I use it for leftovers a lot, but that's about it. Oh, or, because my question for you is going to be, what do you think you've put in a microwave the most?
Yeah. Yeah.
Other
the
than-
most
other
in my
than
whole
leftovers.
life?
Yes.
Regardless of whether it's a microwave meal.
Of these most recent of years. You don't have to go through every one from your childhood.
Okay, if you don't want me to. I can if you need.
It's not that I don't want you to. I said you don't have to. I do want you to, and it's the only thing I want.
Well, if I don't have to, I'm not going to.
No. Okay. I need to learn to negotiate better.
Listen, you can buy this car or you can't. That's like Zach took as a negotiator. Like,
I would love to see you drive out of this thing today, but if that's not what you want.
it's as good as any car, really. Point A to point B.
Answer the question, Jay. When
What's the
you
question?
lived with the people who had the microwave, what was in that microwave the most? Other than leftovers.
Ugh. It's really hard to say because, like, whenever I've gotten frozen things, it's like better. I've always wanted to put them in the oven instead because it just tastes better. But in a microwave, it's hard to say.
Okay. Well, this is a safe space.
Yeah, no, I can't. I really can't zone in on any one thing. I can't, like. There was never like a microwave food staple.
Yeah.
I put Eggo waffles in the toaster, Pop-Tarts in the toaster,
This
put
is
Totino's
not
pizzas
the toaster app.
in the oven. Well, I'm just illustrating that, like, it's not that I didn't eat shitty processed frozen foods. I just didn't prefer the microwave as. It wasn't my preferred thing. Okay,
Oh, I
And
didn't
that's
believe you
no
were.
further comments.
I didn't believe you were being pretentious in that way.
Well, good.
Okay, well, do you want to hear mine and maybe it'll help? Maybe it won't.
Maybe it will.
So the 3 items of food that I eat the most are all combined into one because they are
Bean burrito.
beans, cheese, tortilla.
Yeah.
Wrap those all up together.
It's your food pyramid.
It is. Yes.
It's not like layers on the pyramid. It's just the points of the triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the middle of them is my mouth open and prepared.
Okay.
So, wrap those all up.
If you look in the middle of this pyramid, that's my mouth. In the one unit.
There are 2, yes, this unit can be called one of 2 things. The first that it can be called is a chimichanga. And 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, this is what I am eating.
Okay.
And the chimichanga is, of course, fried in oil, not in a microwave, on a stove.
Huh.
The second version is called a burrito.
Oh, fucking Zapata over here.
I'm passionate. Now, the best way to have a burrito is get steam going up on the stovetop, get your beans good and hot, steam a tortilla, lay it over the steam. It gets nice and soft and malleable.
Okay.
Slop the beans, slop the cheese, wrap her up. That's best burrito. But me, lazy, not in the mood for the flaky crust of a chimmy. Just want a burrito. Don't have time for all that steam.
No time for steam.
Wrap all that shit up raw. Pop it in the microwave about a minute.
Sure.
She's ready to go.
Sure.
That's the thing I microwave the most.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes not helpful. Also, not really a purpose-made burrito meal per se.
Purpose made?
Well, I mean, like,
It's made for the purpose of me eat it.
ooh. Maybe we're getting stuck in some microwave mantics.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You think we maybe are having microwave aggressions?
To be sure. So okay, I'll loosen up a little bit.
Loosen up, get hinged.
I don't know, maybe. Well, just like pasta, you know, already made pasta dishes. Microwaved a hell of a lot of those in my lifetime. Probably those. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. That's as good as it's gonna get from me on the microwaves and me section.
I think that you've done just fine.
Thanks, man. I like the the breakfast corn dogs.
Those are fantastic.
I like the normal corn dogs. As a matter of fact,
Sure.
eat those in the microwave.
Sure.
Those are pretty good. You know, shit, it's on a stick and a ketchup and a mic.
Yeah.
After come to my microwave and eat that, put it in your mouth, swallow it, boom, right?
Sure. Those steps all made sense to me.
There you go.
One thing that's a bummer to microwave is Mitt Romney's favorite meat, hot dog. Does not do
Way
good
gross,
in
yeah.
that. I've given up on that for sure, and I won't be lazy, and I will just pop that on the stove and fry it in a little oil for a minute or two.
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth it.
Just gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I have microwaved a pretty fair amount of hot dogs.
As have I. We were young
Pure
once.
convenience. Yeah. You know, we were, well, it was just like the business and shit like that we were doing, like business stuff. And
Yeah,
like,
when we were starting our hot dog stand.
mm-hmm.
Where the...
We're like, two hot dogs? Three? Okay, wait, you should have said I got to open up the microwave, got to put in another hot dog. It would have been cooking right now.
You brought your own buns, right? As the sign says to.
No? Ugh, okay.
And the D on it was backwards, of course.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
because I did it in crayons, and I forget how my D's go in crayons sometimes.
Everybody's like, the D's backwards. I'm like, shut up. Order a hot dog.
This is a perfect transition into something that I wanted to bring up in this
Really?
segment. Yes, actually.
Okay.
You don't believe me?
Hot dog stands? Is that what...
No?
No.
Get ready to
I'm skeptical.
Get ready to believe. Jay and I were at a bar fairly recently, and we were talking to some people that we didn't know. And somehow, something that was being said led me to say, somebody ought to start a restaurant where what the restaurant does is you can bring in any food, and for a small fee, we will microwave it for you in the kitchen, plate it nicely, bring it out to you.
Serve it. And you can have a meal in a restaurant on a very cheap budget. Yep.
And so I said that, and then I went inside. Then I came back outside. The people we had been talking to were gone, and a new person had arrived. And I sat down, and you were describing that idea to this man as though it were a very real idea. And he was a chef, and he was very, very mad.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, no, you don't get it, man. He was so mad.
And you just kept looking over at me, and I just would start laughing at this stranger.
I'm like, backing me up here. Yeah.
And finally I had to be like, I'm sorry, man, you probably think I'm a big asshole. I was joking when I came up with this. Oh, but it was so funny to watch you try and like really sell it to this chef.
I still think it's a good idea.
I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is.
But yeah, he wasn't very happy about it.
He was not having it. He was really upset.
Whatever.
He was like a personally offended. But you were selling it so hard with such legitimacy.
I love the detail about a whole different person was sitting down.
Yes.
Like I chased away the other people. And now some other unfortunate soul who's a chef sat down on the worst table for a chef to sit at on any given night anywhere in the United States.
A table that would...
The one guy in the world with a fucking idea about...
A table that would cause an existential crisis in his life.
He's probably still drinking himself into an early grave. It's a good idea.
He had some kind of crazy name, too. His name was like Spider or something. You know, these chefs with their names.
Yeah.
Chefs.
You know, it just means chief in French. That's all it fucking means. Did you know that? Like, seriously, chief? That's all it is.
I hate to do this.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
It means boss.
Huh. Well, you know what? That doesn't really even change my point.
Okay, good.
For me.
Good. I didn't want to do that.
Nobody wanted you to do that.
Yeah.
No.
But it is like they think they're the boss. Sausage.
Yeah.
Their name is that they're the boss. So they get to do whatever they want and yell at people.
It's true.
And shoot their boogs wherever they want to.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Onto your apron, onto your white hat.
Onto your person, generally.
Onto your person, generally. It has to stop.
Yeah, you're right, it does. Welcome to Lay Players. This is part of the podcast, right? Picture podcast might be better than this podcast, potentially.
You have a great sense of internal timing.
Oh, thank you.
Because look at that.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, wow. Let's get one of those here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. This one's called the Super Fast Cast.
Ooh.
And I'm just going to go ahead and...
So sorry.
I'm going to go ahead
so
and
sorry, Ellen.
Start on the episode. Maybe you'll get the jizz of it. So, Welcome to the Fastcast. This is the number 1 episode of the Super Fastcast. We're just starting this podcast, so we hope you all like it. And today we're talking about the quickest things we possibly can talk about. What about a 747 airliner? That's super fast, right, Zach?
Jay, that's right. I'm very happy first of all, that we're doing this podcast. I'm really enjoying myself quite a bit. A 747 jet is one of the fastest things, certainly, that there is. I wonder if a 747 jet is faster even than a cheetah, which is one of the fastest things that there is as well.
I think it's probably not as fast as a cheetah because a cheetah is super fast, and I've seen one at the zoo is going so fast I couldn't even believe it, but it's probably faster than a NASA fucking jetliner. Wait, I mean, like the space shuttle or shit like that, when it was like going up into the sky on the rocket booster and it exploded. It was called Challenger. It was in 1987. God rest your souls. Anyways, so what do you think is the fastest thing other than those things?
I do want to add that I also would like to say God rest their souls to the people that were on the Challenger. Bless them and praise them. And,
yes.
And rest in power, Challenger.
Yes, rest in power, Challenger. Moment of silence is now over. And frankly, it was too long of a moment. Far too long of a moment for silence.
I'm sorry because I was accidentally making noise during this moment of silence here on the Fastcast. We need a moment of silence that's actually really silent. So let's take the moment of silence right now. Okay, great. That was a nice moment of silence that we took.
Glad we committed the Challenger crew in 1987. They all blew up.
Absolutely. They have had now their moment of silence. Everybody gets one on this show.
Everybody gets one.
Yes.
What do you think is the fastest thing to eat in a microwave?
I think the fastest thing that you could put in the microwave is something that's already hot.
Next question. What do you think is the fastest thing to eat in the stove?
I think the fastest thing to heat in the stove is the inside of the stove.
Do you think it's faster to eat something colder and not cooked at all when you take into consideration the time it takes to digest it?
I think the fastest thing you could possibly eat is your own skin, room temperature.
Thank you. This has been the Fastcast.
Speed of light. Speed of light.
Speed of light. Think about it. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. You know what it is. So, season 2, episode 70. Metaphiles. Segment 2. Microwaves. Unzerfällt.
With some facts.
Unzerfällt.
Oh.
It's one big microwave.
That's pretty true.
7 billion Hot Pockets walking around.
Yeah.
Do you like being a Hot Pocket? How does it feel?
There was a time in college when I was eating so many Hot Pockets and only Hot Pockets that I started to feel myself getting dumber. And that's how it feels to be a Hot Pocket, is to just always be getting a little dumber as days go by.
Wow.
Here on this rotating turntable-y thing that radiation and heat are being pumped at increasing levels onto.
Yeah.
We really are on a microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
It's pretty bleak.
Anyway.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. How do you feel being a Hot Pocket?
It's alright.
Sweet. Want to hear some facts?
Let's do it.
Okay. First of all, here's how a microwave works.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
I lied. This is how I feel about being a Hot Pocket. Hold on. Let's just do it. Go ahead and do a beat.
Let's do a beat.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that.
Sausage. Garbage Pail remix.
A little bit in there. Sure.
Microwaves work by emitting electromagnetic radiation in the microwave frequency range, which induces rotation in food's polar molecules, producing thermal energy. This is known as dielectric heating.
Okay, hold on.
Good night, folks.
Can you say all that again, actually?
Microwaves work thusly. They produce electromagnetic radiation in a microwave frequency range. The wave is so micro.
So micro.
Which induces rotation in a food's polar molecules. And when they rotate, they produce thermal energy, which translates to heat. This is known as dielectric heating.
Mm-hmm.
Need we go on?
I think that pretty much explains that.
Yes.
When molecules move a lot and are moving a lot, that's heat.
Yeah.
When they're going really slow and not moving at all, that's cold.
And if you want the really small molecule to get moving around, you need a really small thing.
A micro thing.
And you
perhaps.
shoot a lot of those back and forth. Now all the polar molecules in your potato are spinning around. Now your potato's hot.
Like that.
Like that. In the 20s and 30s, high-frequency radio waves were being used to heat substances, and this was possible due to the development of vacuum tube transmitters. In the 30s, shorter waves began to be used to heat human tissue for medical purposes. This is called diathermy.
That's perverse.
Yeah. I hate it when human tissue is hot.
Yeah. Cannibal vibes.
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving on.
In 1933, Chicago World's Fair. The Westinghouse Company cooks food between two metal plates via short waves.
Westinghouse.
They cook a steak and a potato in just a few minutes.
You
know Westinghouse?
They're a pretty popular appliance brand.
Okay.
Maybe not anymore.
Throughout this whole article that I was reading about microwaves on, they kept just throwing out the names of companies like they were people or gods. It was kind of eerie. It would be like, and then Westinghouse did this.
Gave us the Hot Pocket from the heavens.
Raytheon.
Yeah.
We'll get to them in a second. Okay. In some year in the 30s, a cavity magnetron was created, and it made waves that were smaller than shortwave. They were, in fact, micro.
Huh.
This was possible thanks to the cavity magnetron.
Have you ever tried the mini M&Ms?
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's nice mouth feel. Having a bunch of those rocking around.
Whoa! Wow.
Yes. It's like,
nope. Not gonna savor it.
Just enjoy it. The cavity magnetron was invented for to use it for radar. That one was not on purpose. To make radars in World War II.
World War II.
World War II.
Uh-huh.
And then Sir Henry Tizard
Nice fella.
travels from the UK to the US with a magnetron and basically says, we give you magnetron, you help us make magnetron better,
Whoa.
and then you can have it, and we both can have a better magnetron.
Classic Tiz, man.
Total Tiz.
Shit. I wonder how he's doing.
This was in another year that I didn't write down. I really lost it on my years for a minute here, but they're coming back soon.
You know what? I mean, like, why is it so damn important when we're talking about this kind of shit that we have to know the year? Right? Because it's not like...
You weren't there.
I wasn't fucking there.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Guess what?
born.
It was
What's
in
up?
the year 1970.
Sure. Might as well have been. Like, who...
So GE makes the best magnetron that there's ever been in 1970. And they give it to the U.S. government in September 1940.
This kind of reminds me of the Bones episode. GE make best magnetron ever been. Big electronic microwave. Tizard come U.S. make big energy microwave.
And what they invented it for was to make it make really small waves.
Wow.
This American historian named James Finney Baxter III said that the magnetron was the most valuable cargo ever brought to our shores. He loves microwaves.
Yeah.
JP Baxter III loves them.
JPB3.
So the government awards contracts to Raytheon, the most evil-sounding company I think you could have.
They're pretty. They make so many weapons systems for everybody in the Western world.
Yes. Raytheon.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Raytheon. Bring your magnetrons to Raytheon.
They're pretty evil.
And yeah, I mean,
I get shit for burping.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm evil? Raytheon kills people with their inventions.
Raytheon kills people and probably burps too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Raytheon is awarded the contract to mass produce magnetrons. In 1945, Percy Spencer, working for Raytheon, maybe evil, maybe not, he's working on a radar. He's got it turned on. He reaches into his pocket. His Mr. Goodbar has melted.
Uh-huh.
You know Mr. Goodbar?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They are good.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't capitalize on chocolate and peanuts more. It's like, it always works.
Yeah, well, Mr. Goodbar, okay, and peanut M&Ms, they got the market locked down.
I don't feel like Mr. Goodbar gets any respect, though.
You're right.
I mean, he made it into the 3-pack of the little guys where it's like him, regular,
but
and Crackle.
They sell the big guys, too.
Where do they sell the big guys?
They actually do sell them, but like I don't see them too often, but they do.
I only see him as being like the fucking... Forget it. Forget it. I feel like he's been forced to play third fiddle to Crackle and classic Hershey milk chocolate.
And it's time that comes to an end.
It needs to stop. What's the fucking fruit that's pink? Cantaloupe. People think Mr. Goodbar is like the cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe's great.
Yeah, but in a fruit salad, it's like mostly going to be cantaloupe because people don't respect it. It's like filler.
Mr. Goodbar is legitimately good.
Yes, and so is cantaloupe.
Yes.
And in 1945, his Mr. Goodbar melted in his pocket because of microwaves.
And you know what? I like him.
Percy Spencer, you're about to like him even more.
What?
Guess what? When he saw that, he was like, holy shit, this thing's cooking food.
This thing's cooking food.
I'm going to try this out.
Whoa.
Guess what he tried?
Did he try a breakfast sausage wrapped in pancake batter with blueberries in it?
He didn't.
What the hell did he do?
Popcorn!
Ah.
Microwave popcorn was the first thing ever intentionally cooked using microwaves.
And you know what? It's so dumb that I didn't think of this, but microwave popcorn in a bag is by far, without even being close, the thing that I've microwaved the most in my life.
And that would have been my guess for you.
Yeah.
I almost
don't even know why.
I almost at the beginning was going to say, what's the thing we've microwaved the most? And I guess yours and you guess mine, and I would have guessed popcorn, and I assumed you would have guessed burrito.
Yep, see... We know each other better than each other.
That's true, and better than any microwave ever could. I know more about you than a microwave ever could. Second thing...
The microwave loves me.
Second thing that he ever tried was an egg, and it exploded all over his face.
Oh, I've done that. And it smells really fucking bad, too. You don't want to do that.
I don't. Does it come out like hard-boiled, scrambled? What's it like?
Somewhere between hard-boiled and scrambled, and it's discolored, a little bit green.
Green?
A little bit.
Ooh.
And it explodes into pieces. Not liquid pieces, like scrambled, hard-boiled pieces. It smells terrible.
Rough.
Yeah. Yeah. If people learn nothing from our podcast episodes, I hope that they learn to not put a raw egg into a microwave. Thank you.
I have a weird story to tell, and I don't know if it's going to have a payoff. I'm gonna go for it.
Do it.
One time in West Virginia, when me and my brother and our essentially other brother were driving around. We were driving around at night from one of their idea, with the express intention of like trying to get creeped out by the woods and shit.
Sure.
We're like, let's just drive around in the woods of West Virginia and like be creeped out by it.
Sure.
It's
a vibe.
Sure. It's a very strange idea for somebody to have, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But so we had been driving around all night being creeped out, like just putting ourselves in the place of feeling creeped out by things. So then you like really are in that zone once you've decided that you are.
Sure.
And then we get home to my house. My parents are asleep, so it's like the house is empty. And we go back to the microwave. We go in and like something smells bad, and we track the smell as bad to the microwave, and we open it up, and it smelled horrible, and something had exploded in there. It was like cabbage or something. And it was like a ghost had exploded in the microwave.
It's so funny that you're like creeped out and you're like, oh fuck, the microwave.
We didn't think the microwave was haunted, but it just was very fucking surreal.
Sure, yeah. Interesting. Whereas otherwise, if like you had not been in that mindset, you'd be like, who the fuck put a cabbage in the microwave? This is weird.
Well, we were like that too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I forgot to set the timer, so I'm just going to go through this rest of these notes, and then that's probably it.
Sure.
So Spencer has figured out that these waves can cook chocolate and popcorn, not an egg. So he's like, well, all right, I'm putting a box around one and make it into an oven. And he files a patent, Raytheon does, in 1945. In 1947, Raytheon releases the radar range, which, even though it was not called one, was the first commercially available microwave oven.
Huh.
At this time, it was 5 feet 11 inches, weighed 750 pounds, and cost in 1947 dollars $5,000. In 2022 dollars, I know it's 2023, but the article I was reading had 2022 dollars.
Yeah.
$66,000.
Wow. Jesus.
Yes.
All for a shitty, soggy hot dog.
Yes.
Wow.
They also start licensing out the tech. So as the next handful of years are going by, all different kind of companies are making microwaves, making little improvements and adjustments, making them slightly smaller, making them slightly cheaper.
It's amazing that they decided it was not a dead end. Anything but a dead end. Giving all those, characteristics that you just described, like, hey, here's a, 700-pound, $60,000, was it fucking thing to cook popcorn that you can do over a fucking fire in your backyard. It doesn't make any sense that they stuck with it.
This was in the popcorn age.
Yeah, the popcorn boom.
But I think that they were more probably intending it for restaurants to purchase these. A home version was not going to really be a thing for a few more decades.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense.
So here's some quick facts. We're going to speed very much up. In the 1950s, a British scientist used microwave oven technology to reanimate cryogenically frozen hamsters.
What?
He microwaved frozen hamsters back to life. This British guy did.
Hey, I mean, if you're that hungry, why don't you just get a Snickers? Thank you.
So cryogenic freezing is real.
Yeah.
We just need to figure out a microwave that a person can go into, and then we're good.
Wow.
So get to work, audience. Figure out a microwave that we can go into. Freeze me up.
I'm not going into a microwave.
2097. 2089. Give me 100 years from my birth. Doot, doot, doot. Oh. The future, I say, as I walk out, and there's mist. 1964, sorry.
And there's mist.
There's mist.
Sure.
And I'm naked, but it's tasteful.
Tasteful nudity
Yeah.
in the year 2089.
Yeah. 1964, the Sharp Corporation from Japan introduces the turntable to the microwave.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what does that even fucking do?
It cooks more evenly. Because you're getting the waves shooting through the particles from every angle that way.
They could just put the waves around every angle instead of rotating it.
Well, why don't you do that then? I love the Sharp Corporation from Japan.
Okay.
Wow, whoa. 60s, yeah, the Litton Company figures out, like, just make it a little box.
It seems so funny in retrospect because, like, duh. But it makes sense that they wouldn't fucking...
They thought it was an oven.
Yeah.
There was one that was an oven with a stove top.
Funny.
I'm sure there was one that was like a closet that you were supposed to walk in with the food in your pocket because that's how Mr. Goodbar gets cooked. But at a trade show in Chicago, it's circling right back around to Chicago. They show off the one that's that shape, and it's the cheapest one ever made. And this is where microwaves are for your house now.
What year was that?
60s.
Approximately. Yeah, it's a funny moment, and I think it's in the show Mad Men. I think that was the show. They're like, fucking microwave, do you see this shit?
Oh.
And like they use it.
Sure.
And it's like, yeah, that must have been pretty remarkable.
Yeah. It's like what we're experiencing now with the Airfryer. The Airfryer is our generation's microwave.
Yeah.
Boomers just don't understand Airfryer.
It's so funny. It's such a meme.
It is, and listen, folks, I got one because I heard it's good at reheating stuff that isn't good to reheat in the microwave.
Is it?
It is.
Let's let the dice decide.
Okay, and if they don't like it,
Snake Eyes says you're wrong. Oh, looks like I'm getting an air fryer.
A guy with a very, very harmless gambling addiction.
Yeah. Addicted to it. But it's not a big deal.
Nah. Okay, here we're going to move very, very fast now. In 1971, 1% of American homes owned a microwave. By the late 70s, the affordable home models are booming. By 1986, 25% of America has a microphone. By 1997, over 90% of Americans own a microwave. Which brings me to a small point that we got a microwave when I was probably 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it did seem to me like it was probably a pretty new invention. Which it sort of, in a way, I was right. Like it had been around for a long time, but most people didn't have them.
Yeah. Do you feel old?
No, I have an air fryer. I feel young as shit. My dad refused to use the microwave or eat anything that was cooked in it.
My dad was the same way.
Because of radiation.
The fucking, yeah. And he was like, don't stand next to it while it's cooking.
Yeah.
Maybe he's right.
Well.
Maybe that's why I have a... Never mind.
Here we're just going to go we're going to do the world now. And these dates are in no fucking order at all. So, in 2008, 95% of Australians owned a microwave. In 1998, 88% of Canadians owned a microwave. In 2004, 65% of France. In 2013, only 5% of India. They also only 31% refrigerator. Not a big appliance place.
Living in the moment.
Sure.
Yeah.
2008, 40% of Russia. There's also apparently an urban myth that the microwave was banned under the Soviet Union. It wasn't.
It's funny.
Yeah. I think they were just trying to make Russia seem weird in any way they possibly could back then.
Naturally.
Sure. In 2008, 38.7% of South Africa.
South Africa.
And in 2008, 16% Vietnam. Again, 30% refrigerators in Vietnam. And that's microwaves in the world.
Huh.
There we go.
Beep, beep, beep. Segment 3 is ready. Let's let it cool down. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Segment 3, the world. Wait, no, wait. Well, why microwaves? Here we go. Starting out with the beat.
Sausage. Little garbage can remix.
Why microwaves?
Why the hell? You said it a minute ago. You can cook popcorn on a fire in your backyard.
Yeah, and it doesn't like... You could even put like a frozen Totino's pizza into like a cast iron skillet.
Sure,
that's
you
like
could.
big enough with a little bit of oil.
Yeah.
And you could literally just like cook that on the cast iron skillet.
Yeah. Cowboy Totinos, they call it.
Totino's cowboy style.
There's nothing better out on the range than some Totinos, some pizza bagels. They're not just for supper time.
And it's like,
When
it
pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizzas anytime.
It was Pace Picante. Remember when it was like it's from New York City. And they're like, New York City.
That is familiar. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever had rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat? I bet
No.
it's not good.
It sounds like shit. It's macaroni and rice.
I think so.
Even if it's macaroni and anything else, it's probably shit. Except for it's macaroni and cheese, then it's probably good.
Yeah.
But macaroni with anything else?
I like rice. I like macaroni. It doesn't seem like they would work well together. Keep that shit in San Francisco. Where I visited
Keep
once.
that shit in San Francisco.
Where I visited once. And at 2 o'clock, everybody just goes to sleep. What? You're a city.
2 p.m.?
2 a.m. Everybody just,
Oh,
the whole town just shuts the lights off. You lay down on the sidewalk, you go to sleep. There is no nightlife to be had in San Francisco.
After 2 a.m. is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's pretty late.
In San Francisco, though, I thought they were having a big party 24/7 there. Eating rice-a-roni at 5 a.m.
Who knows? Waking up at 3 p.m. and microwaving shit. But yeah, I agree. Like, macaroni and rice don't sound good together.
No, but that doesn't help us with why a microwave.
Obviously, just pure convenience.
Convenience, speed. There's nothing a microwave can do that other things can't do, but other things can't do it as fast as a microwave can.
Yeah, and you don't need oil to prevent like burning and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to clean dishes except for the dish that you eat it on.
Yeah. You don't need to put your cabbage into the trash can. You can just have the microwave explode it for you. And then you don't have to have that cabbage around anymore.
You're right, that's true. You don't even have to take your Mr. Goodbar out of the fucking wrapper.
Nope.
Do you?
Nope.
Wow.
I love eating a candy bar wrapper on. Oh, I love it.
What if somebody ate a candy bar like that? Like they microwave it until it's liquid. Open the wrapper just enough to put a straw into it and then just suck out all the shit.
I would assume that person was insane.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
It's pure convenience. It's pure convenience.
Pure convenience. And look, I like convenience.
Sure.
I like efficiency.
I do too. But I mean, if before I microwave some, I just order an Uber Eats, right? So a little bit more convenient in my book.
Yeah. I wonder if there's an Uber service where you order it, the person comes into your house, puts the thing in the microwave for you, microwaves it for you, brings it over to you, leaves.
Feel like it's done. Here it is. I'm like,
oh, do I? Oh, you got Uber microwave Lux, so I guess I have to feed it to you now.
yeah.
Okay, here comes the airplane. Fucking bullshit.
Huh. 3 out of 5 stars fed me too fast.
Wiped the corners of my mouth in an up and down stroke rather than circular. I would hardly call this Lux.
Oh. What? Lesson.
Oh, not yet. Not quite yet.
No?
Not quite yet. I'm going to take us way back. I'm going to take us way back to when we
ready.
mentioned microwave Chianti.
Uh-huh.
Would it be good? B question. What's something that doesn't get put in the microwave that you sort of want to know what it's like if it gets in there?
Oh. Wouldn't be good. Microwaved wine would not be good.
Hot wine in general. Hot red wine. Boiling hot.
Not. No. It just wouldn't. Yeah. Obvious. Come on.
You're going to burn those tannins.
This is a serious podcast.
Yeah. It was a serious question.
Yeah. As far as something that would be put in a microwave, how about a fast food restaurant makes food specifically that's like reheatable in the microwave and it actually tastes good?
It's not good the first time. They sell it and they say, do not eat this until it gets cold and you can reheat it. It's not good the first go.
Or, well, wait.
Here you go. Please don't enjoy this.
Or just like, I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of obsessed with like bringing microwaves into the commercial restaurant industry in a bigger way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chef Boss doesn't like them because they don't. You can't brown anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the Maillard reaction.
Hey. I know that from having read that word this very day. Oh!
Yeah, I don't know. What would you want to taste from a microwave?
Not necessarily microwave, but I do kind of want to try hot wine.
It's
but
so nasty.
I guess I'd like to know what would happen if I put a gummy bear in a microwave.
Huh.
For just not long at all.
I don't think much would happen.
Maybe
honestly.
under 10 seconds. I think it would melt, and then it would quickly reset, and you would just have like a flat gummy that you have to peel off.
Like a gummy T1000 after being melted. Yeah, I did put
the main thing that melts. The T1000.
When I think melt, I think T1000, Terminator 2.
Sure. When I think melt, I think TUNA.
Tuna?
Tuna melt.
Oh, I don't like tuna melts.
Okay.
Nah.
I mean, I don't like hot tuna. But I do.
Exactly.
I like cold tuna on browned bread and the cheese is a little melted.
I've never tried a tuna melt.
I maybe haven't either. But hot tuna is not gonna.
I don't want a hot tuna fish.
It's not gonna go.
No. Maybe I'm wrong. Exactly. What? Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I put one time I put I was having an Easter house party. I was extremely drunk. Big shock, and I put Peeps, the marshmallows, the chicken, into a microwave.
Something really fucked up happens, right?
Yeah, I put them in the microwave and they started blowing up. This huge, almost taking up the whole microwave space.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you put a marshmallow in there.
Like
I have extensive microwave experience.
That's like how the Blob was created from the old 50s horror movies.
Really?
No.
Could have been.
But it feels... in my head, I'm imagining the beginnings of the Blob, and the Peep just grows, and it busts out all your windows, and it eats the whole neighborhood.
Oh, Jesus. Don't do that.
Okay. Good.
Instead, I am my own monster to myself. I open the microwave and immediately thrust my hand into the giant Peep and suffer pretty bad burns on my hands.
Oh, wow.
Pretty fucking bad burns. Didn't go to the hospital or anything. They weren't that bad, but painful.
Jeez,
Shouldn't have done it. Well, I was just drunk and wanted to put my hand into it.
That's a real Easter parable.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah. I some time ago, once upon a time in my life, had to put a bowl in it, and I reached and touched the bowls, burned my fingers a little bit, just a little bit.
Microwaves can be pretty tricky because you don't, as opposed to a stovetop, which is a place where you burn yourself, usually at a pretty young age, and learn a lesson that it's a dangerous zone.
Yeah.
Microwave, it's like, oh, whatever. And then sometimes you get some steam coming out of something that you don't think is going to be that hot.
Yeah.
You touch a bowl.
There's steam. There's mist. Tasteful nudity.
And then you thrust your hand into some marshmallows all the way.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem hot, but it is.
You remember that scene in Taxi Driver where it's when he's trying to become a lean, mean machine, and he's holding his fist over the turned-on oven range, and he looks all fucking...
Yeah.
His veins are all popping out, and he's just, doing it to see how long he can take it.
Mm-hmm.
That, but it's the microwave instead. That's it. You think we could show that on the fact tube?
My body's gone where too much sitting, not enough microwaving.
Here's a man who wanted some popcorn.
Someday, a real rain is going to come and wash the popcorn off these streets.
And into my mouth.
Yum.
Yeah. That was the sequel to Taxi Driver. It was called Popcorn Eater.
Popcorn Eater.
Martin Scorsese's Popcorn Eater.
Great movie. The lesson of the microwave episode.
Yeah, I think I have it.
What is it?
Do not touch a Peep blob.
Yeah, don't thrust your hand into the center of a molten Peep blob inside of a microwave.
That is...
Yes.
That what's inside of the skin of the Peep is magma, and you do not want it to become lava.
Book of Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 3 says that. I didn't know you knew the Old Testament.
I know it. I know a Thessalonians really well. That's my jam. I just took that one separate because I heard it was really standalone. What's a book of the Bible I could read if I don't want to read the whole thing? Is there just a good episode kind of in the middle?
There actually is. It's called the Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
That's 4.
Either you could. I would do John if you had to choose just one. You get the gist. You get the jizz of the Bible from John. He'll give you the jizz.
Okay.
Yeah.
John will give me the jizz.
Yeah, you get the jizz of it.
Okay.
What's the twist for the microwave? Oh, it was villain actually, probably first.
Yeah. The villain of the microwave is a fork.
A fork?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you put it in there.
Makes it fuck up real bad.
You're right. That's a perfect villain, actually.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's rare to get such a perfect villain.
Yeah.
Okay, and the twist? I got the twist.
Okay, well, before you do the twist...
What's up?
I think we should decide its fate first.
Yeah, okay.
Twist is a little bit more open-ended, so... I've used microwaves so much in my life, I gotta go to Pinewood.
Yeah.
They should be in heaven so you can have popcorn up there.
I was just about to say, even if it was just for the ability to buy a crappy little box that Kroger for $5 of bags of popcorn.
Yeah.
You just hurl them in there.
Yeah.
And slam the door shut as hard as you can and punch the number and pull it out and just pour it into your mouth. Even if for only that, it would be pine wood. I mean, basically, if they were nothing but popcorn cookers, they'd go with the pine wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, the first thing ever cooked in one on purpose was popcorn. And it'll be the last thing ever cooked in one on purpose. To eternity.
Damn right.
What's the twist?
I got the perfect twist.
Okay.
It's not actually microwaves, it's a micro kitchen staff. And they're so small that you don't even see them. And they have to use some strange kitchen techniques to accomplish what they do.
Yeah.
But they're actually more skilled than the top Michelin-starred chefs in the world. Because they're so small and they have to cook food that's so huge.
Yes.
But luckily there's unlike a normal kitchen where you have 8, 10, 15 people working at the same time, we're talking 1,000, maybe 2,000 in this microwave, but they got to cook it up all the same.
They do. And also, you said that they are more talented than a 5-star Michelin chef.
Mm-hmm.
If we were their size and we ate into a hot dog that they had cooked, maron.
Oh, yeah. If they can cook something, 600,000 times their size.
Yeah.
With the help of, admittedly a large number of kitchen staff supporting them, but if they can cook something that good and make it so delicious as a breakfast sausage wrapped in pancake with blueberries,
yes,
then they could probably cook one hell of a deal.
And if you don't believe this, try a little experiment. You can try that. You can all try this at home. It's coin time. Don't put a coin in the microwave.
Yeah.
Don't put a coin in the microwave. It hurts the microwave.
That's coin time. Don't put a coin in the microwave.
You will destroy many villages of these little chefs.
Yeah. They have to hire a whole new kitchen staff. Yeah.
But here's the experiment. Put a whole bowl of peas in the microwave and cook that and eat it. Then put a single pea in the microwave and cook that and eat it. And you tell me which one is better. You just tell me.
And then once you've done that, and we all I think we all know what the results of that are going to be. Try to tell me that there's not 1,000 to 2,000 small kitchen staff members, sous chefs and chefs working on your food, and that's what's actually going on in the microwave. There's no actual microwave. We've clearly established it's completely fucking ridiculous.
It's insane. So yeah, you tell us. Right. We're gonna be listening.
Yeah.
All right. Should we roll the dice and see if that's the end of the episode?
Odds it's over.
Yep.
It's part of the science, I say.
Hello there. It's almost the end of the show, but not quite. I'm Zach Caffrey.
I'm Jason Ford.
And you just watched the episode of Metaphiles that you watched, and now you're seeing this. And it's the part where we say, it's like us, subscribe to us, comment about it.
Get on our shit.
Get on it. Build a little community with us. You're all a part of it. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little world we have here.
It's just a big ball of liking and subscribing and comments.
And it's wonderful to do. And you like doing it. You do.
You do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And this week, why not make a comment about bye.
Bye-bye.
Metaphiles.